Hello, everyone, and welcome to another virtual event. Words from behind the desk. Guys, I have to say, first off, yesterday was my birthday. I'm crazy excited because now the day after my birthday, we get to have an heartwarming conversation with none other than Kay Rawlins. And of course, I knew I was going to do it, Rania Arwani. Rania, how are you doing today?
Amazing. How are you doing? Happy birthday.
Thank you, my love.
I heard you've had an amazing birthday.
It was the best ever. Best ever, best ever, best ever. I won't tell my age, but this is a good age to be in. I feel like a wine of some sort. Guys, if this is your first time seeing us, we thank you so much for joining us. If you have joined us before, we appreciate so much you coming back. If you haven't already, please go ahead and like this show, love this show, share it on your page, share it on your business page, share it to a friend that you know would love to hear a conversation from Kay Rawlins and, of course, Rania Arwani and Bakira Fai. Guys, we are going to be live. Of course, this is live. So if you want to have, or if you have a question or a comment, we will be looking at them throughout this live. So please make sure you drop a comment wherever it's located on this live, and we can go ahead and get started. Oh my gosh. I'm crazy excited because I love everything Kay. And I tried to find something purple, Rania, but I couldn't find anything purple.
Mine is almost purple. It's pinkish, you know?
I know.
Because you're wearing purple. That's not yellow.
Thank you, Rania. You're absolutely right. I am wearing purple because purple is in my heart, guys. All right, everybody. We have Kay Rawlins, who is the founder and owner of the Orlando City Soccer Club and serves as the Senior VP of Community Relations for the Foundations. Everybody, let's go ahead and welcome Miss Kay Rawlins. Hi, Kay.
Hello. Hi. Thanks for having me on, ladies. I'm going. Happy birthday, Bakira. That's
thank you so much.
Should have bought you something purple.
I know it would have been perfect for today, but I don't know if you know, but this is purple today.
This is purple.
And actually, the other color we have is gold. So there you go. Perfect.
Look at me. Oh my gosh, just like the purple pop-up party sign. You're right.
There you go.
This. I knew that yellow was the complementary color to purple. And Kay, since I knew you were going to wear purple, I wore yellow.
There you go.
Actually, also the two colors for we're celebrating the vote for women, and I know they were lighting the fountain, I think yellow and purple today, I think, and last night. So
oh my gosh, the synergy in here is perfect.
We're on point.
I know. My goodness, I'm loving this. That's exactly, I planned all of this just so everybody knows that.
Yeah, okay.
Kay, let's go ahead and deep dive right into our conversation. I want to know because, I mean, there's been a lot going on. Corona, we've switched to now virtual lives of Words from Behind the Desk. And I want to just see, how has work been for you during this season? Because everything seems like it is changing.
It has. And obviously, you know, up until a month or so ago, the stadium was closed, which is obviously where our office is. I am actually there today because we have a game tonight. So we were all working remotely, you know, which I think we've all had to learn how to use Zoom and all of the Google Meets and all of the other platforms that different people use. So it's definitely been a period of adjustment, I think, for everyone. It's kind of weird with the things that you realize you're saving on, like, for instance, gas. You know, how many times have you put gas in your vehicle during this whole since March? So those kind of things are strange. Obviously, shopping is weird.
Yeah.
You know, it's definitely been a period of adjustment. But you know, we've all had to do it. It's, you know, it's not like anyone's had a free pass. We've all had to do it.
Yeah,
everybody has that to
I mean, if you think about it, there has been a lot of negativity, you know, during this time. And 2020 has been such a negative period, coronavirus, Black Lives Matter, there's so many things happening. So, okay, tell us what is any positivity that you gained from 2020? What did 2020 give you a positive, feeling?
I mean, I'm a very positive person. I am definitely the glass half full kind of person. So I think a couple of things. I think the environment. I think we've all seen, pictures of, things that haven't happened in a long time. I know there was dolphins in Venice because it's not turned off like it used to be. It's cleaner, and I feel like the earth is taking a big old breath. Because,
Yeah.
Right.
we're not polluting in quite the same way, as we have been. And me personally, I feel like I've certainly been the recipient of a lot of acts of kindness. I feel like for my friends, in some ways, because we've had to make an effort to keep in touch with each other. So there's been, happy hours. I played bingo online.
So cool.
And then one of my friends, it was their birthday, so we all went and stood on their front lawn, socially distanced, and sang happy birthday to them, and brought gifts over. And people leaving stuff on my doorstep. I've had bread, I've had flowers, cookies, all kinds of really cool things. So I'm very grateful for that, and I think it's made people maybe a little more thoughtful because you are sitting at home. You have got those extra hours in the day that maybe you didn't have before. And for the most part, anyway, people I know have been using them in a very sweet, nice way.
Completely.
And then those who do not know Kay personally, your daughter Kay just gave you an amazing gift, did she not?
Well, that's been obviously one of the best parts of this whole thing is I have two girls and two boys. Three of them are currently living in England. One's here, although I feel like he's potentially about to move back as well. But I was able to fly over to England, meet my new granddaughter, Indy, and also see my grandson Jackson. So that was amazing to just be able to actually go over and spend time with them, have some family time. I do feel like it's like you have a level inside your body. And I came back and I felt like I was full again up here because, I had a lot of family interaction and cuddling a new baby. There's just nothing to it.
Yeah.
I think you're so right too. I think everybody has, used this time to do random acts of kindness to get more in touch with themselves. And since there is, like you said, more space in the day now, it's kind of like, what are you doing with that space? I know for me personally, I love to learn. And I think that it's super, super cool the way that everybody has decided now to make it a point to educate themselves with their online creating or cultivating the online part of their business, educating themselves to start something new, something exciting, or just educating themselves in general with the climate that we're in right now. And so I know that we had a conversation about, you've been educating yourself as well with just reading more. And I think that creating space for yourself to read is the perfect thing to do during, Corona. Is there a good read that you have that you could suggest to, everybody else of what it is that you've been reading and how you've been educating yourself?
Sure. I think, I've been in a lot of really amazing conversations. Again, I feel like, to your point, the climate we're in, I feel like there's been some very honest, open, difficult, uncomfortable conversations going on. And I feel very fortunate to have been a part of quite a lot of those. And it does set you off down that track of, okay, I didn't know about that, and I need to learn more about this.
Right.
And I've loved that a lot of the streaming programs have suggested movies to watch, like Just Mercy and Harriet.
I love those.
And so I was like, wow, I didn't know this about American history. Obviously, I'm not from here, so it's a learning journey for me anyway. Teen was an incredible movie as well. The one I'm reading at the moment is So You Want to Talk About Race, and I'm finding that one excellent. I think as much as anything because it gives a lot of really practical advice about how to start a conversation. If someone says this, here's how you can respond. You know, it's about having open dialogues and not making it about you and how you feel. Because people get very defensive. You know, I'm white. You know, I have that white privilege. And, you know, it can be off-putting or disconcerting or whatever, you know, if you feel like you're being blamed for everything. And this book tries to help you not make it about you, and how to frame questions, how to ask questions. So I've really enjoyed it. And on the fun side, well, I don't know if you call it fun, but I've always got at least 2 books on the go.
I love it.
It's usually a fiction and a non-fiction. We actually have a book club here in Orlando City, and so we've just done Where the Crawdads Sing. Such a good book. I really enjoyed it. So that's the non-fiction recommendation.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
very, very cool.
I will get that book one place. I will read.
it's very beautifully written. It's one of those very descriptive books where you really can close your eyes and imagine that you're there. It's really good. It's a good book.
Thank you.
So cool.
Yeah. So, Kate, tell us how has the foundation pivoted? How has the climate affected you and the foundation? Talk to us about.
We're normally doing programs by now. We do free programming in very underserved areas where kids can't always afford to play a sport. So obviously we haven't been able to do that. So we actually did Christmas in July. So all the equipment that we would normally have brought to the centres, we delivered it anyway. And we delivered it with some suggestions on, you know, here's some fun relay games you can play. You know, here's some drills you can do. I mean, obviously the great thing with soccer is you play it with your feet. So there's not a lot of that touching going on, and you know you can do drills, you know, apart from each other but side by side. So that's kind of one of the ways that we've checked in with the kids in our programs. You know, obviously it's hard to not be with them at the moment, but
right.
you know, we recognize like everyone else. You know, we just have to wait and you know wait for things to get better.
Oh my gosh, waiting for things to get better. I know that there's a lot of, you know, things that the organization, and I mean, the foundation is one thing, and then you have your players, and the players themselves have decided to take it upon themselves to speak out and use their voice for change, which I think is incredible. I think is incredible. It's how can you still make an impact? We can't be around the kids right now. And so what is it that we can do to be a change agent? You know, can you speak a little bit about what the players themselves have been doing?
Sure. So obviously we were one of the first leagues. So the women actually, NWSL, they were the first to go back. So they were up in Utah, and again wanted to show their support for Black Lives Matter and what's happening in the country. And then when we had the tournament here in Orlando, it's actually been really cool. So they now have the Black players have formed Black Players for Change. So it's an actual organization that they want to be able to not just use their platform, their voices, they actually want to take action too. And at the MLS is that Challenge Cup. It was incredible. So the first game that was played, 170, I think it was, players came out onto the field.
Wow.
And they, sorry, it makes
It's
me
okay.
tear up, but
Mhm.
I think you have a clip of it, but they
Yes.
found on the field.
Yeah.
Everyone wore Black Lives Matter t-shirts throughout the whole tournament, and you know the league has been incredibly supportive as well. The leagues and the clubs are saying, you know, we want you to use your voices, and we support you. I don't know if you want to show the.
No, the part if you
Yeah,
want to
let's go ahead and show the clips. This is just a moment, but the players stood for the
8 minutes and
full.
6 seconds. Yeah, they did. They
This
did.
is just a moment of how long the players were standing for in solidarity. Let's go ahead and take a look. That was just a piece of
Yeah.
time that they took to speak out on the field before they started anything. I think that that is so incredible, and I think it speaks volumes for the type of community that you're cultivating within your players. I think that I just think that you guys are doing an incredible job of being community leaders and making sure that children are getting that community bug within them, your players, and Orlando, you know, your city. I think that that is incredible. And I love that moment. If you have a moment, please go check out, go to YouTube and just look at the full amount of time. It brings chills to you.
I mean, seriously, like, hey, this is not the first time I watch it. It brought, I just got chills all over again just watching it. I mean, it's very powerful. Very
Yeah.
powerful.
No, and it's, you know, I'm proud of them for taking a stand. You know, and we've been a club that has done that on other matters. I mean, obviously, you know, LGBTQ rights. You know, that's something that we took a very strong stance on as well. And so I'm proud that now that, you know, here we are again. I mean, it seems like, you know, this fight has been going on for so long, and you know, I'm sure people are so tired of it. But what it needs is allies. It needs, you know, the white population to stand up and say, you know, we want to help. What can we do? You know, how can we help make this change that is so badly needed?
Yeah, that's incredible. I know we talked about how you've adjusted, you know, with educating yourself and how the foundation has adjusted. Is there anything else that um, that you have adjusted that you'd like to communicate, or has been a, you know, a little difficult to figure out as far as a grand organization, how you're going to accomplish something? I feel like everybody is in the zone right now of figuring things out, and I think that is like all across the board, you know, even all the way up to our government trying to figure things out. So is there any sort of like little insight that you can give to how you guys are adjusting, or maybe a way that you had to figure out how to adjust?
I mean, I know I've been talking with our HR department because we want to now start implementing on a regular basis some diversity and inclusion training. It's out there, it's available, you know, and it's sad that it's taken something like this to make everyone decide that that's what we need to do. We should have been doing it all along, but hey, that's okay. You know, it doesn't matter if you're late to the party as long as you are still coming.
Right.
So, you know, I think that's an important piece of going forward. You know, we want to form a committee with our players as well to say to them, you know, what do you want to do? What action steps do you want to take? And how can we as an organization support you in that? And then, you know, on the fun side, obviously, and you have my little pop up going on there.
Yeah.
We planned a virtual event. You know, again, like every nonprofit, If you've got events that you planned for, this upcoming season, everyone's scrambling to kind of figure out, oh gosh, we're not going to be able to do that in person. So what can we do instead? We normally, as you ladies know, we normally have our Play Bingo Ladies Lunch.
Yes.
My favorite event of the whole year.
Mine too.
For anyone who doesn't know, it's the most fun lunch ever because
So much fun.
it's tables of 10, you pick a theme, and then you theme yourselves and your table. And I know the hotel, it's so funny with people arriving and all these crazy costumes and decorating their tables in the most incredible ways. It's always such a fun event. And we just knew that format would just doesn't work virtually. So we've had to push that to obviously to next year. Half the fun is looking at everyone, right, and seeing what they're dressed like.
Yes. Remember, Kay, I think it was last year that the pie called it, and she was completely wrong. She's like, I won! Bingo!
I called bingo. Listen,
and then they came up with the gifts, and we found out that,
oh my gosh, the themes as well. We've had, and we've had Saturday Night Live. All kinds of.
So cool.
Yeah, just a lot of craziness all in one room. It's always such a good event.
It's so cool. But we have the pop-up party.
Yeah, so we just kind of decided, we just thought, well, how are we going to do this? So it'll be a mixture of live in the studio. So Miguel Gallardo, who's one of our on-screen talents, and a long time friend of mine, he played for us back in the day in Austin, then he moved with us to Orlando and played for us here. But now he's full-time broadcasting. So he's great fun. So we'll be live in the studio, but then we'll have segments. So we've got a player doing some cooking. We've got themes from inside the bubble, which is, the players, obviously, that was one of the weird things they had to do for the tournament, was everyone had to stay in the hotel, in your bubble. No one else was allowed in or out. Guess what? They managed to do the whole tournament with no outbreaks.
Hiccups. Wow.
Yeah, they did a great job, but obviously they had to be entertained while they were in there. So they had board games and table tennis and, all kinds of things for them to do. Plus there's a lot of dancing would break out intermittently, just spontaneously. So we should have some fun scenes from there. We've got a local comedian who's going to do a little segment. It's a bunch of all different things, so it should be really fun. You can sign up on the foundation website. Yeah, it's $25, so it's a bargain. And the whole family can get involved, and I think that's one of the things I love about this particular event is it is something that the whole family can get involved in. We're going to have an Instagram challenge, so you have to take a picture of yourselves watching the party in all your purple. So there's a prize for the most purple, the purplish family, and it can be the kids, the dogs, the cats, whatever you can manage to get into purple. And then one for the most kind of creative, innovative. So there'll be a couple of really good prizes.
That is so cool.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
That is going to be so much fun. It's cool to see how an organization is doing a live event. I'm loving everything live, and I'm loving all of the pivots. So I know I'm going to be there. If you guys want more information, you can visit the website that is scrolling on the bottom of the screen, or in the comment sections, we have the link for you to be able to go ahead and purchase your ticket. I'm crazy excited. I think it is so cool, and I can't wait to see Kay Rawlins getting ready for the game.
Oh, I know. So Miguel's promised to show me, some makeup tips, which is actually really funny. And again, you know, it just shows how this virus has affected even the smallest things. So they will normally have a makeup artist before they go on the TV to do their makeup for them, and they haven't been able to have that happen. So they've had to learn
Do themselves.
how to do it themselves. So,
Oh my God.
You're getting a makeup class from the master. I'm excited.
it's just so funny to, you know, to hear him talking about, you know, translucent powder, and pretty funny. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. And there'll be some, obviously there's an auction, and then we're doing some live giveaway prizes as well. Cook Skull have been a really good friend to us over the years, and they've actually donated a whole box of like these kind of things, but branded with Orlando City on them. So that's going to be some. We'll just do some random draws. Anybody who's watching is entered in the draw. So get your sign up and get involved.
Guys, that is going to be Thursday, September 3rd from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. If you guys haven't already, grab that ticket.
Yes.
Yes. Kay, it was such a pleasure to have a conversation with you today. I appreciate so much your time. Me and Rania both. Guys, if this is your first time seeing us, guys, please, we will be back here again next Wednesday at 2 p.m. We appreciate you. If you haven't already, like this. If you know somebody who would love to join the pop-up party with you, go ahead and send them this link or send them straight to the website so that they can buy their ticket. Rania, it has been a pleasure talking to you on this beautiful Wednesday afternoon.
Pleasure talking to you too, and especially Kay. It's been amazing. And Kay, I have a feeling Bakrai is gonna show up for the party and paint herself in purple. She's gonna be painted.
I'm gonna pour purple all over me.
This is the most purple I can do.
Yeah. That's the idea. The most purple balloons, whatever you can get.
Oh my gosh, I love it. I love it. I love it. Guys, thank you so much for joining us on this virtual Words from Behind the Desk presented by Arwani Law Firm. If you guys are seeking more information, please go ahead and visit the Orlando City Soccer Club sc.com in order to get more information. And if you are ever looking for an amazing attorney, please visit arwanilawfirm.com. Guys, we appreciate you and we look forward to seeing you guys next week.
Have me on.
You guys have a good one.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.